This is why the Al-Ansaar are the unsung heroes of Medina. The Al-Ansaar were the selfless residents of Medina who opened their hearts and homes to Prophet Muhammad and his followers. Their unwavering support and generosity were pivotal in the early days of Islam. They didn't just offer help. They became the backbone of a growing community. Discover the Al-Ansaar, Medina's Pillars of Support. Volume 5, Book 58, number 119, narrated by Hisham's father. The people used to send presents to the Prophet on the day of Aisha's turn. Aisha said, "My companions, that is the other wives of the Prophet, gathered in the house of Salama and said, 0 Salama, by Allah the people choose to send presents on the day of Aisha's turn and we too, love the good, that is presents etc., as Aisha does. You should tell Allah's apostle to tell the people to send their presents to him wherever he may be, or wherever his turn may be." Salama said that to the Prophet and he turned away from her, and when the Prophet returned to her, that is Salama, she repeated the same, and the Prophet again turned away, and when she told him the same for the third time, the Prophet said, "O Salama, don't trouble me by harming Aisha, for by Allah, the divine inspiration never came to me while I was under the blanket of any woman amongst you except her." Volume 5, Book 58, number 121, narrated by Aisha, the day of Bu'ath, that is day of fighting between the two tribes of the Ansar, the Aus and Khazraj, was brought about by Allah for the good of his apostle, so that when Allah's apostle reached Medina, the tribes of Medina had already divided and their chiefs had been killed and wounded. So Allah had brought about the battle for the good of his apostle in order that they, that is the Ansar, might embrace Islam. Volume 5, Book 58, number 122, narrated by Anas. On the day of the conquest of Mecca, when the Prophet had given from the booty, the Quraysh, the Ansar said, "By Allah, this is indeed very strange. While our swords are still dribbling with the blood of Quraysh, our war booty are distributed amongst them." When this news reached the Prophet, he called the Ansar and said, "What is this news that has reached me from you?" They used not to tell lies, so they replied, "What has reached you is true." He said, "Doesn't it please you that the people take the booty to their homes, and you take Allah's apostle to your homes? If the Ansar took their way through a valley or a mountain pass, I would take the Ansar's valley or a mountain pass." Volume 5, Book 58, number 123, narrated by Abu Huraira. The Prophet, or Abul Qasim, said, "If the Ansar took their way through a valley or a mountain pass, I would take Ansar's valley, and but for the migration, I would have been one of the Ansar." Abu Huraira used to say, "The Prophet is not unjust by saying so. May my parents be sacrificed for him, for the Ansar sheltered and helped him," or said a similar sentence. Volume 5, Book 58, number